Hi everyone, it's Penny. I'm a medicine woman and vitalist herbalist specializing in ancient remedies for modern illness. If you'd like to learn more, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help. Welcome to The Real Deal. Real people, real issues, real talk. And today we're talking cannabis with Delana Walker. And Delana, if you're watching, I don't know why it wouldn't let me add you for some reason. So try to comment or try to get onto the live and see if you can push a blue button and join us. So Delana was from Texas, recently moved to Oklahoma, not recently, but she was in Texas her whole life, one of the last remaining legal states, illegal states. And we're going to talk a lot today about the social stigma about cannabis that still goes on to this very day, especially in states like Texas, where she was literally put through the ringer medically for years and years. And she was a single mother who had a young son growing up going through this because Texas, cannabis is illegal, and she always did find comfort from it even though it was illegal. So she's definitely been through a lot of trials and tribulations when it comes to it, and she's now been in Oklahoma and using cannabis for her medication and living a better lifestyle and not in pain all the time and able to function. She's able to function now where she literally moved 2 hours away to Oklahoma from where she was in Texas over a river, she says. And she literally, her life has changed for the better because she can use cannabis freely now. Hi Peter, how's it going? So I'm gonna just have to wait for you to click on Delana and comment because for some reason it wouldn't let you join. So I hope, okay, let's see, there you are.
Hi. I did not get my hair dry.
That's okay. How you doing?
Always a mess. Always.
I love your hair. Come here.
You know,
So
it is what it is. It is
it
what it
is
is.
what it is. That's okay.
It keeps falling out from treatments and autoimmune disease, but it keeps growing back. So I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I just let it go.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Delana.
I'm from Texas, born and raised. I hate that my hair's wet. Born and raised in Texas. I have been sick most of my life. We couldn't pinpoint it, but it's the bladder disease that is rare. And it is hard to live with. It is very hard to live with. It's called interstitial cystitis, and they go by IC of the bladder. If you Google it, it's under IC.
Okay.
I also
Yeah.
have a few other things. I've got the COPD from working in hair salons my whole life, the chemical burn from the chemicals from the nails and the hair products. And I have autoimmune disease that flares up. You know, it just makes you unrecognizable at times with the inflammation.
Right. And you've been so like when you were in Texas, how what were you going through in Texas with your with your son raising him through all this?
Right. This is what is so important to share with everybody, I feel, is that how blessed we are. How blessed and how never forget how wonderful legalization is. We are helping people. I'm getting helped. Other people are getting helped, but I see where it can go further. Texas is a hate state. Texas will hang you for cannabis. It is what it is. They wanted to constantly put me on pharmaceuticals, just pop a bunch of pills. It was insane. It took my son and I together to multitask how many of these pills and what time of day and all this. But you could not have cannabis in your system. And if you did, all medicine was taken from you that day. You didn't get a refill. You didn't have extras. That's it. They will just cut you dry and shove you out the door. So in Texas, there is no kind of kindness or understanding about cannabis or the plant, hemp, anything. They will still, to this day, hang you. My son and I went through domestic violence, and he saved my life one day. At the age, he was almost 9. And we got away. We really did. We got away. We stayed away. We have done excellent. We have. But my illnesses got worse. And as my illnesses got worse, my son stood up as the man of the house and as my caretaker. It was horrible. It was a nightmare. And it was so crushing to lay in bed and not be able to get up. I laid in bed for 3 years. I didn't clean house. I couldn't clean house. I couldn't do laundry. I didn't get up and cook. I was either asleep from the medicines that Texas had me on. There were so many of them. I don't even know all of them. Some of them ended up being in the same family. So they were actually ODing me every day. My son really did take care of me. It was time for my son to grow up and be a man. So he was so concerned about me. He started growing in a bathroom of our house in Texas. You understand, in Texas, that means him and I both could have been convicted and sent away for a very long time.
Yeah.
But when I found this, I knew in my son what he was doing. He saw what helped his mom. He saw what was helping me. He knew what I needed, and it was cannabis. Point blank, period. We could barely find just regular old CBD in Texas. They now have it in the smoke shops. They now do offer that. But you still have to go and get it at a very unreliable place.
Yeah.
The gas shop, where you gas up your car, is not where I want to buy my medicine. You don't know where it comes from. You don't know the consistency of it. I could get a little bottle and do fine, and then get a bottle next week and it do nothing. You don't know what you're taking. So that's still out there in Texas, is that they don't care what you're taking. Even if it's legal, they're going to dumb it down. So my son went to college, and my son did end up making something of himself very much, as of in plants, horticulture, agriculture, and forestry. So he definitely has some plans for me to be on some other herbal things. But cannabis is my jam. That's my jam.
Yeah.
It gets me through every hour of the day.
I know you're proud of him. When we talked a little bit earlier for the first time, I look forward to talking to him too. He's sound, it's good to see his age.
It is. I've been through 27 surgeries. Anything that can come out of my body is out. It's just diseased. Everything is diseased. And so with the bladder being a muscle, cannabis is my lifeline.
Yeah.
It does so much for inflammation, but mostly, it really does take care of a lot of muscle things in my conditions.
And so like just smoking cannabis for you, is that your main thing?
It is.
Like you get comfort from?
And to be honest, this is not that I'm saying this would be for everybody.
Right.
But with the COPD that I have, the chemical burns and such, and with COPD, we know that plugs of mucus get into the airways.
Yeah.
When dabbing, I dab every morning. I dab every morning to make sure that I cough up everything I can. It's got to be a hard cough.
Right.
Because with COPD, that's what's happening. We actually drown. We actually suffocate in the mucus. So the first thing I do in the morning is I roll me one, I get my dabs, my concentrate, and I concentrate. I do that about 3 or 4 times with my little seahorse. And it's not even for medication really, but it does. You know, those terps are everything. It's life.
Yeah.
But that coughing, that stuff up is so important. I'm doing really good. My oxygen levels, the 4 years I've been in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how long you've been there now, so.
4 years now. And my oxygen levels went from the 80s to the low 90s. I have upped my oxygen every day. My oxygen's better by smoking. I love the concentrate in the morning, but throughout the whole day, it's definitely about just smoking. I do. I love to smoke a good joint or a blunt.
And like we
The
were
blunt's not.
talking too, you're not like as concerned about the THC as you are the terpenes and the medicinal part of the cannabis.
Man, you know, I had done a lot of research, me and my son, when he was in college, because he had planned on being like a master grower. He just succeeded and sees so many other things that he can do. Yeah, the terps. I don't know what I would do without these terps in my life. Like I said, I was laying there. I couldn't get up. I couldn't move. I was in the hospital all the time. I have not been admitted one time in Oklahoma in 4 years. Texas would let me get these infections that would get into my bloodstream. And that right there is what was killing me. I have flatlined twice in front of my family in a hospital room. They didn't want to do any kind of treatments or antibiotics. They would wait till I got sick and then do the minimum. Texas doesn't care. Texas is a hate state. It's a money state. They really do not care about the care of their people.
That's
Oklahoma,
horrible.
you tell them, you know, I'm in the cannabis, you know, I'm medicating with cannabis, I'm healing myself with cannabis. They good. They want to just, you know, they want a copy of your medical card, and they have no problems with it. The surgeries that I've had here in Oklahoma, I didn't even have to stay in the hospital. But what is amazing is I could talk to each one of these people. You know, the anesthesiologist was like, you know, just don't eat anything, gummies or anything like that before the procedure. Smoke all you want. To hear that honesty, when I had people in Texas telling me, I mean, just threatening me. It was a threat every time I needed medical care, and they knew how sick I was.
Yeah.
But they would deny me because of the cannabis. They would let me lay there in flatline and have infections that are just outrageous. In Oklahoma, they feed me. They take care of me. They definitely do not care about the cannabis. They know it's helping people, and it's just not an issue. You can talk to your doctors openly about cannabis here in Oklahoma now.
Well, I mean, and that's good. You know, I mean, it's crazy because, you know, and I know the stigma of being a young mom, you know, because, you know, when it's illegal, because, you know, I raised my son in the same day and age. It's just horrible. You know, and all these people are drinking and all this stuff, but, you know, you're
Isn't that
smoking.
funny? You know, in Texas, that's the biggest thing. You know, let's go to the races and let's drink that beer and drive home.
Right.
That state is so backwards. And like I said, just hateful towards the plant. If you're one with the plant, Texas doesn't want you, period. And they've got money. They don't need to legalize anything to make money.
Yeah.
Texas has money. And they don't want, you know, I was a hairdresser my whole life. I worked. I was, you know, me and my husband had 8 acres of land in Deep East Texas, Piney Woods. I had horses. I've never rented a house in my life.
Yeah.
But because of my life with cannabis, none of that matters to me. I don't care about popularity. I don't care about looks. I care about this plant and making it known how it helps. and proving it over and over. That's all we can do is keep proving this to people.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's I'm glad that you're on here sharing your story because people need to hear these stories because
And you
I
know,
mean,
this
here you like you said, you moved across the river and your life changed dramatically for the better. You
all I
know?
did was all I did was cross over that Red River, and my whole life changed. I'm up. I'm I'm up. I'm talking. I'm visiting with people. I'm driving my car again. I had let my driver's license run out because I couldn't drive. I was laying around sick or half dead in the hospital to where I just even let my driver's license run out. I've had that since I was 16. They were killing me. They were letting me die, and I knew it. My son knew it. My mom and dad knew it.
Yeah.
That's all I have in my family. It's us four. That's it. So with this plant, it's why people see me smile. It's the terps, how I get up and I clean and I take care of my business. I pay my bills. I'm doing all of this. You know, in Texas, I was so on deathbed. I had a catheter on the side of my bed, just like in a hospital room. I was peeing in a bag. All I did was cross the Red River, get my medical card, and start teaching myself everything I could about cannabis.
Right.
It was just the only thing I could do. My son too. He went to college to learn how to grow it good, how to grow right, how to get the terps. All this we did just on our own because
Right.
in Texas it's shameful.
Right.
It's very shameful. But I will let you on something. I do have to share this. I cannot leave this out. My
Yeah.
my home church in Ponder, Texas, has helped me with my medicine. And
Yeah.
they know what it was for. They sent it for the medicine. So things are happening.
Right.
Things are happening. We're doing this together. You know, I would
Right.
never go live. My hair's wet. Like, I'm so insecure about everything about me because of the things I've been through. I don't see what people see. So when people see me and they, oh, you're always smiling. Oh, you're cute.
Yeah.
No, it's not really about that. It's
Yeah.
about that I am up. My eyes are open. I'm not walking around with a bag. Uh, it's all
Feel
because
alive again.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook every day lifting people up. That's my thing. I'm not really a post to let people know a little bit about me.
Right.
I'm nonstop about just lifting people up. And if they don't know, trying to turn them on to other people.
Yeah.
You know, I mentioned to you, I got to, I've already messaged him. I got to get you and Steve Miller together. You two
Yeah.
got to
Tell
visit.
us a little bit about it.
Steve Miller is someone that has trimmers. And his YouTube video that they made to him not too long ago is amazing. I mean, so amazing that everybody needs to view this. I can't even help my excitement over this man.
Yeah.
He's such a sweetheart. He was a family man. You know, like he's worked his whole life with these trimmers. But now he can just put some topical on his wrist, rub it together. You know, he does a little something like this on his wrist. His tremors stop. You can see it in the video.
Yeah.
He's the most
I can't wait to see the
wonderful
video.
man in the world.
I
He's
mean, I've
going
helped
around.
a lot of people with epilepsy, like epilepsy or MS stuff, and like they stutter stuff or like shaking, and like pretty instantly you see a change.
I'm so
So yeah, it's
excited
pretty
for you.
powerful plants. Pretty
You know,
powerful.
so my place in the community is what I'm excited about. I'm not an influencer by any means. Don't want to be. I just want to lift people up, and if they don't know, turn them on to it and get them to know people that do. Like you and Steve. I know y'all gonna vibe. You
Yeah.
know,
And even your
there's a lot of people.
son, I look forward to
Not
talking to him too.
not all of us get along with everybody, and that's okay
Yeah.
because everybody has a place in the community. We're all trying to get everybody else doing good like we are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like there's
I mean,
no,
look, me and you would have never communicated if it wasn't for this. So here we
yeah,
are, you know?
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
It's,
it
it's
really is.
such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And people do, they ask me all the time, why you always walk around with that silly smile on your face? With your hair all messy and don't have nothing.
Right.
Sold your house on everything you got to move to be legal with this plant. God, God is good. Life is good.
Right.
I smoke every hour on the hour. Life is great.
Right. Yeah.
If I lived in a tree stump, life is great, my lady.
Yeah. I agree with you because
I
I've
love
been in
it.
those places too, and it was still better than,
I
you know.
know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing how, yes, you can choose your destiny. Texas can't hold me down. Texas can't tie me down. I went across the Red River, and it's that good. It is. It's that good. Of course, I'm suffering.
Yeah.
I'm suffering. I'm suffering way more than I think people know, and that's
Yeah.
okay. I really don't want them to know everything that I go through. I don't. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's not ladylike,
Yeah.
and that breaks my heart because I've always been, I'm a tomboy. Don't get me wrong. I love fishing and hunting, being with, the land, just being with earth. But the suffering is hard.
Yeah.
It is. But you know how that plant works on you and your
Yeah.
mind and your soul. I
Yeah.
think with everybody, this is what I feel. I feel that everybody goes on this high, and it's not about the high. Um, I think it intensifies whatever you've got going. If you are already positive, if you are looking out for other people, it intensifies everything.
Yeah.
So if you're super sad, you're going to be even more sad.
Yeah.
If you're happy and you're doing things, you're being productive, it just intensifies it.
Yeah.
I
It does.
don't think that. Mm-hmm.
It does do that. So there are people that do have some bad effects from it based on their mood and their
Right.
mentality. So,
Right.
but that's with anything.
It's
And
true.
I look forward to talking to you more too because, you don't need to be, we can help you with the suffering you're going through still a little bit. And I look
It is.
forward to helping
It's
you.
it's a little crazy. These treatments that I go through, I do 6 weeks of treatments and 3 months off. But it's keeping me from getting infections. The last infection I had was 7 months long. That was in and out of the ER room doing piggyback, IVs, antibiotics. My arms are shot. There's no more veins left. Over 27 surgeries. I'm suffering.
That's
I am.
a
But
lot.
I'm up. I'm up. I'm moving. I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
wonderful. Like I can't help but be happy and be happy for other people.
Yeah.
That's just my place. I'm not an
I mean,
influencer.
thank goodness that you are as strong as you are and did what you did, your own research and got out of there, because you're just proof that you can take control of your life and you can get better. Because some
That's
people are so hopeless. It's a hopeless situation. You were in a hopeless situation and you made it through. So you should be
I
proud of
mean,
where you are. And
I
I know
am.
you are.
And it's the plant.
Yeah.
It is the plant. It is not the doctors. It's not anything else except that I had access to good medicine. It wasn't
Yeah.
coming out of someone's basement
Yeah.
with mold.
Yeah.
The stuff that I could get a hold of in Texas was moldy. It was making me more sick.
Yeah. I bet it would.
So, yes, the joy of 2023, this whole little era, we can go into a store, pick our own medicine, make sure that it's good.
Yeah.
Make sure that it's clean. You have the right to ask all these questions. And then, like you said, I've got so much more to learn.
Right.
And I can't wait. I'm
Yeah.
excited. There's
Yeah,
so
I
much
mean,
more.
I'm excited for you to learn to grow your own and make your
Yes.
own. And, because it's all about, teaching people to fish,
Mm-hmm.
not handing it to them. So, I will definitely, yeah, I mean, we're always going to always be learning, all of us, because, there's just
Well,
so
I
much.
do. I wish people would dive in more.
Yeah.
I wish that people would Google more instead of, we do spend a lot of time on our phones. I
Yeah.
see it. I do it too. There's just a time. Why do adults stop teaching themselves? That's what I
I
want.
don't know. But,
Why do you stop
when
teaching?
we were younger, we had to go to a library and there wasn't even all that information in the you'd be there for years trying to get
But
what you
we
can get in
all,
5 minutes.
right, but we all learned how to
Yeah.
research. We all know how to teach our stuff, teach ourselves new things, and
Right.
we just don't do it. So that's been my thing for about 5 or 6 years. I get on the Facebook or whatever, wish everybody
Right.
good, look out for people who need prayers, whatever. I'm constantly in people's comments. I'm in everybody's
That's
comments.
good. You need that. We need community.
Because it's lonely staying home. And
Yeah.
there's other people staying and stuck at home too. So why
Yeah.
not. But I do wish that everybody would just start educating themselves even more. Because the more educated we are, the more we group up in a loving setting like this, not a cliquish setting. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
We're bound to just keep making more and more progress.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and a lot of people are, with the whole COVID thing and everything, it did open up a lot of more eyes where people are looking at things and realizing some things,
Right,
so, you know,
right. It's true.
the more we talk about it.
You know, dad, my dad was very much against the plant. He thought I was a druggie. I've never done drugs and I've never really drank alcohol, maybe socially, but I have always, always, every single day smoked cannabis. My dad thought it was horrible. So my dad was a drunk also. So to get this, at 70 years old, I get this man on cannabis and he's sober. He's sober 5 years now with cannabis. He goes in his AA meeting with his little vape pen, talking about if you don't like this, we can take the meeting outside where I can keep it. He is sober. Do you know my daddy said he started drinking when he was 15? He drank and was a heavy alcoholic till 70 years old.
That's so long.
He smokes with the cannabis now. He's one of
I
us, and he's very
mean,
likable. He's likable. He's great to be around. He actually eats. Like he's just a totally different person, but in the most wonderful way.
right.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's another person, just one at a time, you can see. I mean, I've
Right.
never seen anybody hurt somebody that, because they smoke too much weed like they would when they're on alcohol. So,
Right.
it's kind of crazy that they glamorize that.
Right. And I've never seen anybody speed through a red light on cannabis.
Right.
No.
They might sit there.
And I have. I mean, if we're being honest, I have said at a
Yeah.
but I wasn't hurting nobody, wasn't hurting myself.
Right.
So it is a wonderful time of life. In a hateful world, there still is a flip side of beautiful. And it's
Yeah.
cannabis.
It sure is.
Cannabis is the most beautiful thing to me in the world. It keeps me like this. It does. But you and I have talked about some things that I really need to study, research, and consider
Yeah.
about putting into my body because I'm
Yeah.
struggling.
Yeah. And you know what? Yeah, I mean, you do. That's why I love cannabis, and I'm a big supporter. I've been an advocate for years. But like when I got cancer 13 years ago, cannabis is my main thing, obviously. But you need other things too.
I think
And
so.
everybody's different, and you've been through a lot of different things. 27 surgeries. You're not that old. You know what I mean? So we definitely have a long talk, or some long talking to do.
And we
But
do. We'll probably be talking some more. And
yeah,
like I said, you need to get my son and you need to talk too, just how much he knows about soil and
yeah,
what the plant does for the earth is what my son's about. My son's
Yeah,
all about the earth. He medicates, but not like me, you
yeah,
know. When he has anxiety or something like that. But really, he is more about what the hemp and the cannabis plant can do for the earth
right.
itself. I mean, it goes way beyond just human, you
Yeah,
know.
I can't wait. I know me and him will be on the phone for hours
And
because
he's a really good talker too.
and
He
it,
does a lot of seminars and
right.
stuff like that for that company he works for. This is my first really kind of live or anything. So
Yeah.
I just hope I did okay. I hope I
No,
made
you did
some.
great. I want to have you back, and I'll be in touch, and I definitely want to I want to see that video with Steve Miller.
Yes.
Maybe we'll get him on one day, and your son, um,
I think
because
you're doing
lots of
great
good
things.
things
I
to talk
think
about.
I love the way that you have this set up and how people are communicating with you just one on one. You know, this is not a cliquish thing. It's more of an informational thing, and just to kind of know what's going on with somebody. I try to share things. My page is an open book. I'm so much into the people that are here and in other states that are legal, and we share information and this and that. But you know, I think the main thing is everybody just really start to focus on our younger people learning this stuff
Yeah,
because
we can't
they're
let
just going to take it
it
for
die
granted.
out.
Yeah, they don't understand why we are so excited. You
Yeah,
know, they don't get it. They're like, so what? It's legal. You got store to
yeah.
go to. No,
But
they're always
it's not
forgetting
really
what.
legal because look what you just had to do, and look what still money people are doing, and this should not be happening. We
Right.
are past this, and yeah, the fight
And
is
you know
not
what? I mean,
over.
as humans, it's really crazy that we take care of our animals more than we do ourselves. What's
Yeah,
that about?
I don't know, but I'm outnumbered with animals, so I hear.
Oh, I know. I'm telling you, I done went and got a puppy, so I've got my hands full on top of being sick, but I needed a dog. That one, my service dog is so old and she's done me so good and she really is teaching him everything he needs to know. If I go to the bathroom, they in there with me. That's where I pass
Animals
out.
are a blessing. They are a blessing. So
Yes, she has saved my life.
unconditional love.
Get up and call 911 to come get me.
Yeah,
She's done it over and over again, woke me up. So
that's
I look
good.
forward to, training this other one. But more than anything, I started giving her CBD for her
Yeah,
leg. Yes. And she sleeps as bad as she is. She's happy.
yeah,
That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, yeah, of course I still get depressed. Of course I still cry and get frustrated. But man,
right.
life is good.
Yeah,
Cannabis is legal.
yeah. I mean, it is a lot different, and I guess depending on where you live, but
I
it is
never,
nice
ever, ever
to
thought I'd
have
see
it
the
out
day
in
when it
the
was legal.
Michigan is crazy now that it's recreational and everything. Like when I moved to Virginia from Michigan, I'd walk into the store smelling like weed, and it was a big deal, because it was still illegal there. But here I just was used to smelling that way,
Right.
but
I have
here, boy,
always.
you turn heads when you when you talk like a Yankee
There's,
and you
there's,
smell like weed. It's not good.
there's this one point in time, my dad had a camper, like a Winnebago, and like you drive the camper.
Yeah,
Me and my friend, we'd got some good seeds out of something we smoked. We planted it, and it was growing. It was just a little hedge. It was just a perfectly brown little hedge, and I had it in the spare tire on top of this Winnebago. We come home from school one day. That joker's gone. I was like, Dad, where's your camper? Oh, I had to take it to the shop. Oh no, me and her were stressed out for 4 days. That camper come back, we crawled up there. Man, my plant was still there, but it burnt up. So yeah,
really.
I have been this way. I have been one with cannabis my whole entire life. I just knew it helped me. It didn't make me
Yeah,
feel you know, down and out and stuff. So yeah, it has definitely been in my life for a very long time. But you're right. There's other things I need to get into my body.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
You know,
all you need is just a little bit more, like, and it all depends on you, you know. But
right,
you'll
right.
get there. You'll get there. So we connected for a reason, I'm sure.
I think so too. I really do, sister. I think it's a beautiful thing. And, you know, just, I think that people that reach out to other people are the ones that's going to make this happen.
Yeah.
The people that are just wanting attention and this and that, that's not helping nobody.
No.
That's not helping nobody. You trying to be famous ain't helping nobody. And I'm
No.
about helping somebody. I can tell you're about helping somebody.
Yeah.
You've already helped me. You've got,
Yeah.
you brought back my passion.
Good.
Since I knew I was
Good.
going to do this, I was like, I don't even know what, what do I say? What do I talk about? It's all
Right.
just your passion.
Right. Because, like, I mean, we're not scripting anything. We're just, talking from the heart.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
It,
we all have it in us, but we need a support system. We need that community, the sisterhood, the brotherhood, all of it. Like, so I'm glad.
when you're talking about health and I know a lot of people look at me and they don't see what I've been through.
Yeah.
I understand that. I understand a lot of people look at me and just don't have a clue what I've been through. And I just smile.
Yeah.
I just smile at them because one day they're going to know and they're going to go, oh,
Yeah.
they judged me all wrong. I'm being judged for being so cheerful and happy. Well, how sick are you if you're that cheerful and happy? I'm pretty sick, but I'm
Yeah.
damn sure going to be happy.
Right.
I mean, come on now. Ain't no
Right.
sense in being down and out and bringing everybody else down and out either.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you've never been there and you're not there. And you know what I mean? So, um,
Crazy what you can hide
that's
behind
what,
a smile.
people need
But
to
the
remember.
reason I hide it behind a smile is because I just want people to believe that they can make it through the things that they're going through.
Yeah.
They really
Yeah.
can. And they're sitting there thinking they can't. And I'm like, you can. And you can.
Yeah.
Smoke a joint.
Yeah.
For real, just smoke a fatty and chill out. Figure your
I
life
mean, life is tough, and I mean, I don't see it getting any easier anytime soon. So,
out.
whatever
It's not.
you can do to bring joy to yourself, like, and
You'll love Steve's energy too.
Yeah.
You'll love Steve Miller's energy. Steve Miller has wonderful energy. He's going around. I see him in everybody's comments. He ain't trying to be famous.
Right.
He ain't trying to get all the attention. He just wants people to know, hey, look what this does for me. He's passionate. Yeah. He's excited. And you are too. And that's what I love. That's the people I want to gravitate. Yeah. That's the people I'm going to spend time with, you know? Because when you sit there medicating, it's social.
When something changes your life, how can you not want to share it with everyone?
Right?
I mean,
it wasn't just a gift to me. It's a testimony. It's a testimony that you're supposed to share.
Yeah.
It's nothing about looks or popularity or if you grow or don't grow. Man, we are on a human level here. We are humans that are suffering. We're humans that are suffering and taking better care of our dogs.
Yeah.
Like, we got to switch this up. We got to make this to where it is okay. And, you know, all I know to say is don't ever take cannabis to Texas.
Yeah.
Don't. It's not worth it.
With my friends earlier, I said I'd never been to Texas, and they were still telling me, and I was like, oh boy, now I know why I've never been there.
Don't go. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it.
Not worth it to me.
Those are the most hateful people, and they're so
I've already lived my whole life that way. I don't want to go back 50 years, it's right?
True. I mean, they're brainwashed to hate the plant.
Yeah.
And they don't even know why. You can ask them, why are you so, hell bent on this plant not being in your state? They'll look around. They have no.
But they're going to be all over taxing the shit out of it to make money when the time comes, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They always the ones, the ones with the money are the ones that can go and do something.
Yeah.
But that's all they're wanting is that clout.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. I really want to start seeing these people stepping out, telling their story, and reaching out to others. Because that's how we're going to help each other. And that's what this plant is about, is love. It really is about love.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
and back in the day, the community, like you grew blueberries, I grew apples, she grew peaches, and
and
we,
you saw
we barter, we share, we know where our food comes from. I've even been doing it. You can do it. Everyone can do it. Just get to know the people around you or the people that you are around.
that was
Start
the way
growing
of life.
something. Yeah,
That was the way of life.
yeah,
It was the way of life, and it's doable. You and I talked a little bit about different like religion, culture kind of things, because we're just so open-minded. We can talk about it. So I'm going to bring it up. The Amish, they're very, very smart.
yeah,
Like you said, the Amish, the Native Americans, all these different cultures have a different view on it because of how you were raised.
right.
How you were raised really does a lot to your passion and your love for the plant. So yeah, I post about me and what I'm going through, but more than anything, I just want to help someone, anyone, everybody, everybody. I don't care. I just love everybody. I really do. I just don't know what
I mean,
happened
I hope.
because you
I
remember
mean, there
like
might be people in Texas right now watching this or that might watch this, and you might inspire them to actually live. So, a lot of good can come from what this conversation brought out. So
I have lost friends. I have had friends be put in jail for cannabis.
I know.
I've had, I've gone through all this. I know my home state, and my home state is not okay with this plant. And I don't know why. They were killing me. I was laying there dead. My church ladies, they see me now, they literally cry. They literally cry. They say I don't look the same, I don't talk the same. They said you are alive. So I do go back to my church in Texas, and I let them see me shine, and I let them smell me reek.
Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. That's
Because
what
I
you got to
promise you,
do, right?
I'm up in the church house reeking. I don't care. God don't care.
Right. That's
But
good.
those very people would have judged me.
Right.
But when I crossed the Red River and I got better and I could stand and I could talk and I could be on my own and I could be myself, then I started speaking, and they're
Yeah.
just blown away. They're blown away. I've got two
I'm
of the church ladies on CBD.
see, I mean, you're doing good things, and I mean, you're just look how many lives you're already changing, and you'll keep doing that. You know what I mean? Because that's the
And you
gift of
keep
that.
doing what you're doing because, you know, I see everybody online and I see people doing things, but I have a hard time seeing if what's cliquish and what's helpful.
Right.
I'm not about that cliquish stuff. I'm not about who's got the best event, whose dresses, who smokes the best. All that don't matter. I care about the people that are suffering, and I search those people out on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm looking for them. I'm looking for them. I'm learning them, and I
Right.
want to help them. I want, not that I can help, but the more people I meet, I know people to send them to.
I think when you've suffered the worst, you that it brings that out in you because you like you. I know you've gotten better, but I know you're still suffering, and I know I can help you. So you know what I mean. I want to see you get to that next level.
It
You
is.
know.
It's when your bladder and your lungs are both battling your body,
Yeah.
and then your immune system hates your body and it's attacking your joints and everything else. You know, it is sad. It
Yeah.
is. My son don't have no body. My
Yeah.
parents are in their 80s, and it's just me and him. So I
Yeah.
gotta stay alive. I gotta fight for my life for that boy, because that boy fought for my life.
Yeah.
My son saved me, first of all, from his father. I should have been dead, shot that day, and my son saved me. So, and he's pretty passionate too. He really is. He's just young and got to get his grind on and make his money.
Yeah.
He will probably circles back around
I
to
mean,
all this.
just in what he's doing, like he's, at that age and doing what he loves and giving back to the earth. Like what, I mean, I look forward
You do
to
good
talking.
things, you do good things will come to
Yeah,
you. It's true, man. It's
true.
true. You're a wonderful person. I'm so thankful and grateful that we did this. I wish that I was better and had a little thing that I covered everything, but I think this is good enough. I hope it does help
Oh,
somebody.
it's going to help a lot of people.
And I hope that we follow up when I start to change some things up.
Yeah,
Because I think
we
I've
will
been
follow
on
up.
this routine. Yeah, I've been on this routine for 4 years. I think it's time to level up. I really do.
It's time to level up, girl. I'm there
Yes.
with you for the ride.
Yes, ma'am. It is, man. Like I said, life is beautiful. Suffering or not suffering, depressed, whatever people are going through, man, get you a hold of somebody that loves life and hold on to that person. They'll lift you up till you're up there, and then you can shine on someone else. If we
That's
shine
right.
it on somebody, they're going to take that shine and they're going to shine on someone else. Man, it's just beautiful. I love the cannabis community. I do. It's my life.
Yeah,
It
there's
is.
the ripple effect can be pretty amazing. So
And I think I still have learned more to learn about terps, to be honest.
we
I
all
really do need to.
do. We all do. There's so there's so
I
much
know.
to learn in the
People
plant
look at me
world.
and don't think people look at me and think I'm not educated on the plant, but I can blow your mind on some knowledge, but I'm stuck. And you have brought back my passion. I feel like getting unstuck and learning new things and new components. Like I just started with CBG. I had no idea about CBG, and I was like, oh, focus is something I need.
Right, and now I'm telling you that CBD is actually a secondary molecule. CBDA is what you want. And
Oh,
most places don't have it. So I'm
I'm
not going to
so
get into all
excited
that,
about
but
knowing you.
yeah.
I'm so excited about knowing you.
Yeah, I'm excited too, but we'll definitely grow together.
Yes,
So, but
definitely. I
do you
got
have
you.
anything else you want to touch base on today, or?
No, I don't. I meant to have my hair done. I meant to have some
You
makeup.
look beautiful. You look
I mean, I
beautiful.
was trying so my little country ass.
I
I
love
was trying to look
your
halfway
hair. I
decent.
love the curls. Hey, and it's chilly again, so I'm all robed up myself.
I
So,
know. I mean, I can't with this weather, but I do apologize for my hair being wet and messy and everything else. But hey, who cares? Because we all gonna just
right,
smoke and medicate and be happy
right.
and
We're
healthy.
not here for the look. So,
I'm really, and a lot of people think that about me, and
yeah,
that is the last thing I care about. You could
I know. I'm
erase
one
my
of
face,
those people.
and I would
I'll
still
walk
have this.
around all day with something on my face because, like, I'll get ready in the morning, and then that's it. I don't look in the mirror.
The
So
only thing I'll never give up is these. I'm gonna be Dolly Parton with these nails. I'm going to the grave with these nails.
I
Ain't
have for a
nothing.
long time. I did them for 20 years, and I mean, I haven't had them since I went off grid over 10 years ago, but I had them too. So I don't know if we froze up over there, but she might have. But thanks for joining us, everyone. Chime in. We'd love to hear from you. Join us here live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And next, we'll be talking cannabis and herbalism with Natalie Sophia from Natalie Attired Skincare. So stay tuned.